Hello, guys. Today I'm going to start chapter 10, that is financial market. This is part B of business studies. Under this, we are going to discuss the subtopics are concept of financial market, that is money market, its nature and instruments, capital market, nature and types. Under this, primary and secondary market, distinction between capital market and money market, stock exchange, meaning, functions, NSEI, National Securities Exchange of India, OTCEI, Over the Counter Exchange of India, trading procedure, that is T plus 2 as per the level of class 12. We need to know only T plus 2, trading and rolling settlement, we used to call in financial language. That's why I write T plus 2 only. Securities and Exchange Board of India, that is SEBI, everybody aware of it, and it's familiar term nowadays, its objectives and functions. Now we move to our subtopics discussion. Meaning of financial market. Financial market may be defined as the market which consists of both capital market and money market. In other words, the market in which long-term, intermediate and short-term funds are dealt is known as financial market. Functions of financial markets are mobilizing and channelizing these savings into the most productive uses. Point number 2, facilitating price discovery. Point number 3, providing liquidity to financial assets. And point number 4, reducing the cost of transaction. Now we move to classification of financial market. We can classify financial market broadly into two categories, money market and capital market. And under capital market, there are two types, that is primary market and secondary market. And both are dealing in debt equity and debt and equity. Money market. First we discuss money market. Money market, according to RBI, that is Reserve Bank of India, our central bank or Central Bank of India, we can call. According to RBI, money market is the center for dealings mainly of short terms character in monetary assets. It meets the short requirements of the borrowers and provides liquidity or cash to them by the lenders. Nature or feature of money market. Point number A, widely distributed market. Money market is the collection of markets like call and notice market, treasury bills, commercial papers market, etc. These are interrelated markets which constitute money market. Point number B, large number of borrowers and lenders are here. The number of borrowers and lenders tends to remain high in money market. This is due to the existence of short-term lending and borrowing. Point number C, large volume of funds traded. There is high volume of trading of funds and efficient management of money market is desirable. Point number D, wide means of communication. Communication between borrower and lenders does not pose big problems for efficient handling of money market. Oral or written communication through various media like telephone, letter, email, etc. can be used. Point number E, short-term funds. Money market deals with short-term funds meant for the use of the period up to 1 year. And point number F, source of working capital. Money market constitute a major source of working capital finance. Transaction in the money market includes lending and borrowing, cash or purchase and sale of securities for a period not exceeding 1 year. Instruments of money market. 5 instruments mainly. There are many more, but in class 12 level we need to know only 5 major instruments. First of all, call money market. Point number 2, treasury bills or T bills. Point number 3, trade bills. We can call this debtors management also. Point number 4, commercial papers, CPs. And point number 5, certificate of deposits, CDs. First we discuss call money market. The trading in routine surplus of banks is termed as call money. Funds are borrowed by banks. Faced with temporary shortage of cash, the demand for cash may be for unseen demand for funds and reserve requirements. The lenders are banks having excess cash temporarily. This is why these transactions are known as interbank call money market. Financial institutions such as insurance company, mutual funds and finance companies can operate in the call money market as supplier of short-term credit. The call money market is also known as over the telephone market. Call money funds are for very short period which may or may not be renewed. The liquidity of call money is next to cash. Maturity period is very short. Sometimes it may be even a single day. The interest rate paid on call money loan is known as call rate. It is highly volatile rate that varies from day to day and sometimes even from hour to hour. Point number 2, treasury bills. These bills are issued by Reserve Bank of India on behalf of the Government of India as a short-term liability. The issue period of these bills may be between 14 to 364 days. These bills are sold to the banks and public. Treasury bill does not carry any interest. These bills are issued at a discount. Treasury bills are negotiable instruments and are freely transferable. The easy marketability makes them very popular. These bills are considered as safe investment. Trade bills. These bills are drawn by one business firm on another business firm. The drawer of the bill gets it discounted with the bank and meets its short-term requirements. Generally, these bills are issued for a period of 90 days. Trade bills have to be honored by the drawee on its due date. This is why these bills are known as self-liquidating. These bills meet working capital requirement. Commercial papers. The commercial paper was introduced in 1990s as a money market instrument. The CPs is unsecured promissory note issued by company with a fixed maturity period which may be between 3 to 12 months. The CPs is issued by reputed lending enterprises because it is unsecured. The investment in CPs is made generally by banks and mutual funds. Commercial paper is usually in the form of promissory note redeemable at par to the holder on maturity and therefore it does not require any guarantee. It is a money market instrument used or issued normally for a period of 90 days. Funds generated by commercial papers are used for working capital requirements. Point number 5, certificate of deposits. In short, CDs, certificate of deposit, is a time deposit or fixed deposit issued by a bank. It is a document of title and works as bearer certificate. It is negotiable in the market. The period of this deposits ranges between 91 days to 1 year. Banks are not permitted to discount and negotiate these instruments, but CDs are issued by bank against deposits kept by company and institutions. Only a bank can issue a CDs, that is certificate of deposit. Capital market. It refers to institutions and mechanism whereby long and intermediate term funds are pooled and made available to individual business and government. The market dealing in the long and medium term funds is known as capital market. It is the market which the financial instruments of the ownership of long term assets are exchanged. In simple words, market dealing in shares, debentures, bonds, and securities is known as capital market. Feeling sleepy. Nature or features of capital market. Point number 1, flow of large amount of funds. Capital market makes arrangement of large amount of funds and meets the financial requirements of large funds by enterprises. Point number 2, dealing in long and medium term funds. Finance provided by the capital market is meant for long term and medium term. It may be for a period between 1 to 25 years and more. Point number 3, availability of funds for investment in fixed assets. The acquisition of fixed assets is financed by capital market. Point number 4, financial intermediaries. The capital market, in addition to borrowers and investors, consist of financial institutions such as banks, financial enterprises, broker, merchant, brokers, etc. Provides liquidity to investment in securities. Point number 5, securities used by borrowers are negotiable. These securities can be bought and sold as per requirement. Classification of capital market. Capital market can broadly classified into two markets, that is primary market and secondary market. Under primary market, it is the market wherein funds are raised through shares, debentures and bonds by industrial enterprises. The market is concerned with new issues. In the initial stage, capital market originates as primary market and later on secondary market develops to support the primary market. Special features of primary markets are: primary market concerns new long-term capital. Point number 2, securities are sold for the first time in the market. Point number 3, it is also known as new issue market. Point number 4, securities are issued directly to investors. Point number 5, securities certificate are issued to investors. Point number 6, securities are used by companies for setting new business and for expanding or modernizing existing business. Point number 7, it facilitates capital formation in the economy. Point number 8, funds generated in this market are utilized for the purchase of fixed assets. Point number 9, it does not include long-term loans from financial institutions. And point number 10, it is the process of going public, that is converting private capital into public capital. Methods of issuing securities in primary market. Methods of flotation in the primary market. First, number 1, initial public offer. The first time sale of securities by a company is known as initial public offer. The following methods can be applied for initial public offer. Point number A, public issue through prospectus. Point number B, offer for sale. Point number C, private placement. And D, EIPO. Electronic mode of initial public offer. Point number 2, right issues for existing companies. Under this method, new shares are issued to the existing shareholders. Every shareholder is entitled to subscribe for new share in proportion to the shares held by him. The shareholder may accept the offer or assign it in part or full to a third party. Rights issues are made at a price below the current price. Rights issue are inexpensive and convenient way of raising additional capital. Point number 3, preferential issue. The company can make preferential allotment of securities to selected existing shareholders who are normally the promoters at a price unrelated to the current price. Funds raised through these methods are at nominal cost as compared to public issue. Secondary market or secondary capital market or stock exchange market. It is the market which creates liquidity. It facilitates transfer of ownership of securities. It makes purchases and sales of securities easy. Without secondary market, long-term investment in the hands of their holder would have been permanent investment. This market is also known as stock exchange market because purchase and sale of second hand or existing securities are made through stock exchange. Special features of secondary market. Point number A, secondary market deals in previously issued securities. Point number B, this market is not the place of the origin of the security. Point number C, securities are not issued directly by the company to investor. Point number D, securities are sold by the existing investor to another investor. Point number E, the intending buyer and seller can buy and sell securities through brokers. Point number F, securities market provides liquidity to the investment and enhance the marketability of securities. Point number G, secondary markets merely transfer existing securities between buyers and sellers. And point number H, secondary markets does not directly contribute to capital formation. Difference between primary market and secondary market. Basis, primary market and secondary market. Point number 1, issue under primary market. New issues of securities is dealt in the market. Secondary market, dealings in the existing securities are made. Point number 2, exchange of securities. Under primary market, securities are exchanged between company and the investor. Under secondary market, securities are exchanged between investors. Point number 3, capital formation. Under primary market, promotes capital formation directly. Under secondary market, promotes capital formation indirectly. Point number 4, selling of securities. Under primary market, securities are only bought in the market, they cannot be sold. Under secondary market, both buying and selling of securities takes place. Difference between capital market and money market. Basis, capital market and money market. Point number 1, meaning. Under capital market, the market dealing in the long and medium term funds is known as capital market. Under money market, the market dealing in short term funds is known as money market. Point number 2, investment outlay. Under capital market arranges large amount of funds. Under money market arranges small amount of funds. Basis of point number 3, uses of funds. Under capital markets makes funds available for investment in fixed assets. Money market makes funds available for tiny expenses or working capital. Point number 4, period or duration. Under capital market, funds may be used for 7 to 25 years on long-term basis and 1 to 6 years on medium-term basis. Under money market, the uses of funds restricted to 1 year. Point number 5, participation. Under capital market, the participants of capital market are public and private companies, foreign investors, ordinary retail investors from public, banks and financial institutions. Under money market, the major participants in the money market are RBI, banks, finance companies and financial institutions. Point number 6, rate of return. Under capital market, rate of return in this market is generally low. Under money market, rate of return is generally high. Meaning of stock exchange. A stock exchange is a place where securities, shares, bonds, and other financial instruments are listed and bought and sold by traders and brokers. To be able to trade on a stock exchange, securities must be listed on it. Stock exchanges help companies to raise funds. Therefore, the company needs it to list themselves in the stock exchange. Shares listed on the stock exchange are known as equity, and these shareholders are known as equity shareholders. These stock exchanges are located in 23 important cities in India. Functions of stock exchanges are: point number 1, providing liquidity and marketability to existing securities; point number 2, pricing of securities; point number 3, safety of transaction; point number 4, contributes to economic growth; point number 5, spreading of equity cult, that is cultural or trending; point number 6, providing scope for speculation. NSEI, National Securities Exchange of India. The National Stock Exchange of India Limited (NSE) is India's largest financial market, incorporated in 1992. The NSE was developed into a sophisticated electronic market which ranked fourth in the world by equity trading volume in 2015. Trading commenced in 1994 with the launch of the wholesale debt market and a cash market segment shortly thereafter. National Securities Exchange of India and National Stock Exchange of India Limited both are same. Please do not confuse. OTECI, Over the Counter Exchange of India. The Over the Counter Exchange of India is an electronic stock exchange based in India that consists of small and medium sized firms aiming to gain access to the capital market like electronic exchanges in the US such as Nasdaq. There is no central place of exchange and all trading occurs through electronic networks. Steps in the trading and settlement procedure, that is T+2, what I was discussing before while describing the subtopics. T+2 has been written over there, please remember. So steps in the trading and settlement procedure, the following are the procedures for trading and settlement procedures of stock in the stock exchange. Point number A, selection of a broker. Point number B, opening demat account with the depository. Demat account here means dematerialization. Point number C, placing the order. Point number D, executing the order. Point number E, settlement, that is the spot settlement or forward settlement. SEBI, Securities and Exchange Board of India, very important, every year question used to come, so please be remember. The Securities and Exchange Board of India was established by the Government of India on 12th April 1988 as an interim administrative body to promote orderly and healthy growth of securities market and for investor protection. It was to function under the overall administrative control of the Ministry of Finance of the Government of India. The SEBI, Securities Exchange Board of India, was given a statutory status on 30th January 1992 through an ordinance. The ordinance was passed later replaced by an act of Parliament known as the Securities and Exchange Board of India Act 1992. Functions of SEBI are: point number 1, siphon for movement of capital. Point number 2, promoting liquidity of securities. Point number 3, promotes habit of saving and its utilization. Point number 4, shock absorber. Point number 5, barometer of shares value. Point number 6, safety to investors. Point number 7, safe dealings. Point number 8, furnishing full information regarding listed companies. Point number 9, publishing accurate and continuous report regarding dealings in securities. Purpose for establishment of SEBI. Purpose and role of SEBI. The main objective is to create an environment that facilitates the effective mobilization and allocation of resources through the securities market. SEBI enforces rules and regulations, policy framework, practices and infrastructure to meet the needs of three groups which mainly constitute the market, that is issuers of securities companies, the investors and the market intermediaries. It was set up to meet the needs of the following groups. Point number 1, issuer. For issuer, it provides a marketplace in which they can raise funds in an easy and efficient manner. Point number 2, investor. For investor, it provides protection and supplies accurate and correct information on regular basis. And point number 3, intermediaries. For intermediaries, it provides a competitive professional market. It also helps intermediaries provide better service to the investors and issuers by giving them efficient infrastructure. Objectives of SEBI are: point number 1, protection. To protect the rights and interests of the investors by properly guiding them and ensuring the safety of the money invested. Point number 2, prevention of malpractices. To prevent fraudulent and malpractices related to trading and regulate the activities of the stock exchange. Point number 3, establishing a code of conduct. To regulate and develop a code of conduct for intermediaries such as brokers, underwriters and so on. Point number 4, establishing balance. To establish a balance between statutory regulations and self-regulations by the securities industry. Point number 5, promote proper functioning. To promote orderly functioning of the stock exchange and securities industry by regulating them. At last, in red color, I wrote the regional stock exchange are 19 in numbers at present. National Stock Exchange 1, Bombay Stock Exchange 1, total 21. Please try to remember this. Thank you very much.